You will be told you can't complain because you're Islamophobic. The term is already being introduced.
This is Christopher Hitchens, the brilliant, late, great Christopher Hitchens, back in 2009, discussing what now we call, the woke, but what this horrific set of ideas, what it was going to do to our societies.
Give it up or give it to your deadliest enemy and pay for the rope that will choke you. This is very urgent business, ladies and gentlemen, I beseech you. Resist it while you still can, and before the right to complain is taken away from you, which will be the next thing. You will be told you can't complain because you're Islamophobic. The term is already being introduced into the culture as if it was an accusation of race hatred, for example, or bigotry, whereas it's only the objection to the preachings of a very extreme and absolutist religion. Watch out for these symptoms. They are not just symptoms of surrender, very often ecumenically offered to you by men of God in other robes, Christian and Jewish and smarmy ecumenical. These are the ones who will hold open the gates for the barbarians. The barbarians never take a city till someone holds the gates open for them. And it's your own preachers who will do it for you, and your own multicultural authorities who will do it for you. Resist it while you can. And if you wonder what will happen if you don't, look and see how a cricket team in Middlesex in England had to change its name by force last week because it was called, and had been for years, the Middlesex Crusaders. Look and see how stories about little pigs can't be taught to children in English schools anymore, lest offense be taken by the religion of peace. Resist it while you can.
So Christopher Hitchens warned his country, he was warning the entire world, but he was warning his country, resist it while you can. And then when you connect that to the videos that we show you all the time of Democrat politicians, AOC and Kamala and Joe Biden and the rest of them talking about how they're going to censor misinformation, you can see why these things, you might go, oh, it doesn't really make sense that these genderqueer weirdos are working together with the Hamas people, except if their goal is complete and total power, then it actually does make perfect sense. And that really is where we are at. And don't you think that video was from 2009? That's 15 years ago. I think an awful lot of British people who maybe at the time were like, oh, that Christopher Hitchens, he's somehow racist or something. I'm pretty sure a whole bunch of them right now, if they saw what was going on, not if they saw, they know what's going on in their country right now and what open borders has done and how the country is so shifted culturally and everything else. They might have heeded his warning if they had a time machine. Their current prime minister, this guy is just a leftist douchebag, Keir Starmer. And listen to him. This is just so perfect, going from the wise words of Christopher Hitchens 15 years ago. Here's Keir Starmer talking about Islamophobia now.
One of the things that is coming up over and over again is Islamophobia. And, well, you can see the stats, you can see the numbers rising, particularly since October the 7th. Although we shouldn't fall into the trap of thinking that before October the 7th, this was all heading in the right direction. It's been far too high for far too long. Clearly, we need to just say over and over again, Islamophobia is intolerable. It can never, ever be justified, and we have to continue with a zero tolerance approach. And I think there's more we can do in government. There's certainly stuff online which I think needs tackling much more robustly than it is at the moment.
What I'm hoping, Keir, is your experience as a prosecutor means you'll be thinking about the strategy we can use to make sure we take action against those who break the law.
He's talking to that's the mayor of London right there, and he's interested in prosecuting people who might say these mean things. And yes, if your takeaway somehow is that since October 7th, the main problem is Islamophobia, I mean, come on, these people are ruining their country.